Hello.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Floor Talk with Kate.
And Liam.
So tonight was the second Reputation show in London. We've just got back. We're incredibly hungry, so it's a mukbang, people. It's a mukbang.
It is.
We've got...
No maple pancakes tonight, guys.
No maple pancakes. We're not messing around. We've been to Five Guys. So Liam has a nice burger. I have a hot dog with just about everything added to it, so gonna be good. So yeah, the Reputation tour. Day 4 for me, day 5 for Liam. And I've been having a bit of a stressful day.
Understatement of the century.
Understatement of the century. If you want to hear all the details, you can see my vlog. Basically, my phone hasn't been working all day, and I've tried to fix it, but ultimately I've been left without any way of contacting anybody. Can't get access to my emails, can't get access to my phone. It's fun. It's really fun. So I ended up being really late to the show because I was trying to fix it. Long story short, that didn't work. It's still an incredibly stressful situation, but Taylor's show was a nice distraction. So you went on ahead, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't want to get in the way.
Yeah, no, you're not in trouble for that. I just want to hear how your night went.
It went pretty good. I took the right tube this time. So that's a misquote. I didn't take the wrong tube yesterday, I took the long tube yesterday. So it was like a good 40-45 minutes, whereas today I was at Wembley within like 20.
And it was super empty as well. I ended up on the wrong tube as well, or the right tube. That was like the one thing that went right today. And yeah, I ended up on the same tube, and there was nobody really except other people going to the show. Like, we're the 60,000 people.
Exactly. Well, in your case, they were already at the show.
In my case, like 58,000 were already there.
58,000 went to see the support acts as well. I got inside, I saw Charlie's set, I missed Camilla's set again, because I was going around to the Instax booth. Really?
It's fine.
This isn't a bar in Manchester, you don't do that. I missed their sets, or I missed her set, which was okay, because I got some cool Polaroid photos instead, and I have seen her set quite a few times now, so I don't feel like that. It's not like Taylor sets where it changes night to night, it's the exact same, so I don't feel...
I've just realised we haven't explained yet why I'm dressed like a Vegas showgirl.
Yeah, that would make a good place to start. I was dressed up as well, but I'm also tired, so I got changed into my makeshift pyjamas.
We were feeling so Gatsby tonight. It's a line from This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. I'll go and get my sign. This was the sign. It was very simple. I meant to finish it and I never did, so it wasn't as intricate as I would have liked it to have been, but yeah, I wasn't going to be trying to make signs today.
I just realised I've demolished this entire burger in under 5 minutes. It wasn't like yesterday where I bumped into as many people. I saw a few that I knew from like Twitter and things, but...
We did meet 4 really nice old tailors.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them.
They kind of waved to me from a block in the B section. I want to say like B5 or B4 maybe. And I kind of waved back, and then next minute they were coming out of the aisle, out of the line, and then they said, "Can you take a photo?" And I was like, yeah, of course. And at first I wasn't sure if they meant like a photo of them and the stage, or whether they actually meant they wanted me in the photo. And then they changed it to selfie mode, and I was like, oh, okay, so I'm actually invited into this photo. That's nice.
Yeah. It was... Yeah, they came out at B3, because we were on the way back from seeing Ryan, who was in C4, so...
Oh, right, okay.
They sort of came out of that side block.
Oh yeah, also... Like, I'd been having a really bad day, but by the time I got to the show and people were, like, complimenting my outfit and things, that kind of cheered me up. Once I was there, I was feeling a lot better about life. Like, once I found you as well, because I was like, I have no way of contacting Liam if this doesn't happen. Like, on the tube I was thinking, what if my ticket doesn't work? And what if Liam's ticket didn't work and he's, like, waiting for me somewhere?
Well, it's a good thing Ticketmaster didn't screw up our tickets this time. Getting on to Taylor's set, it was another night full of surprises.
We won't go over the basic ones, like the basic set list and the things we see all the time.
Yeah, if you want to see that, Manchester is probably on the sidebar.
We'll put it up here somewhere, and in the description you can see that. that's our reaction to the first time we heard the set, and our thoughts on all the songs and things. If you're wanting to see that, it's on there. But what we'll do is we'll just talk about, like, maybe where we were during various songs and things that we noticed that we haven't seen in the past, any notable things that happened, any special things that happened.
Exactly. We were on the floor the whole night, which was great because our seats were in A5 anyway. And our friends Fran and Carla were also on the floor.
Yeah, they were kind of nearby us and things, so we were able to hang out with them, which was good.
It's a good thing about floors that you can intermingle, whereas when you're in like one of the blocks, you can't really.
Yeah. It's like a lot more easy going on the floor, especially when it's a show where people are expected to move around.
Yeah.
London were a lot more easygoing when it came to security, as opposed to Manchester, who were very, very strict. Like, they had a very clear plan as to when people had to be back where they were, when people had to stop coming into various areas and things.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that they were a lot more organised, but they certainly had a different way of handling things.
Yeah.
And they executed it well.
Yeah.
And I don't ever feel like London was out of control.
No.
It was a different way of doing things. It was a lot more laid back. But I didn't ever see anybody getting into any danger or that. So, you know, it's another way of working with things. I personally quite liked London, and it kept fans happy, it kept security happy. We were able to kind of live harmoniously with each other.
We did. It was like a blissful evening in that sense.
We saw the first few numbers from our seats, which were like 5 rows back from the snake pit in the middle. We were kind of a middle block, so we had a really good view of Taylor when she was right in the middle of the stage, which was so cool.
And even like up the catwalks, it was about the same distance because the snake pit's there anyway. So it was really good seeing the first 4 or 5 songs there.
Any night where I can clearly see her makeup is a good night. I can clearly see her expressions and things. And I did something bad. I never noticed how she kind of interacts with the dancers during that bit. Like, there's a bit where she, like, when they're burning all the witches and things, she's trying to convince them all that, you know, it's not her fault and things, and she's trying to tell her story.
And they're all sort of like...
And that they're not listening, they're not interested, and they're making fun of her and things.
Yeah.
And I've never really noticed that happening before.
Did you not?
I thought that was amazing choreography. I really liked that. I really loved how they told that story. I've loved that one so far anyway. But it was really good seeing that kind of played out in things. Like, it wasn't even clear to me that's what was going on in the B blocks in kind of the same area. So it was really nice to see that. And again, that one was getting me emotional when I saw her, you know, saying things like, it wasn't me and things. You know, it was so... I just really love that one. I just really love the way they put together that whole one. When did we move?
We moved during the intro video for Look What You Made Me Do. Purely because last night we saw that's when people were starting to go to the B stages, which is really strange because when we started in Manchester, people were moving to the B stages during King of My Heart, which is like song number 8.
They pretty much moved during Delicate. Like, we were watching the Delicate speech and there was still nobody joining us.
Yeah, it was... That's why it was so easy to get up there, but this time, like, I was sort of looking around and I'm like, people are going to the B stage already, we need to go.
It's been getting more and more intense every night, to the point where there's some people who start the show and went for their spot on the barrier.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nuts, but hey, we do it too, so I suppose...
Exactly. I'm not judging.
We're part of the problem, I suppose, so yeah. Like, you guys moved, and then I had to go back because I hadn't taken my ticket with me. And when you're in the A block and you haven't taken your ticket with you and there's all sorts going on the floor, they're not going to believe you if you come back after half an hour and you're like, I was in that bit, I swear, I lost my ticket. So I had to go back and get my ticket, and when I got to the B stage, I couldn't really find anybody, I couldn't really get through. There was a lot of people like claiming spaces and things. So I was a bit further down from you guys.
Yeah. But
I was kind of in the same area where... There's a giant snake, and kind of where she lands as well. Yeah, so...
It's a good spot to be.
Yeah, it was a good spot. I was right next to a confetti cannon, so I got covered in the stuff, which was really fun. Charlie, Taylor, Camila all came into that area. We got to see them. We got to see dancers. I basically got the same experience, only there was probably less people there than where you were.
Yeah, there was... Mine was like, squashed up against the barrier, but it was a good spot. Because it was like right at the stairs where she comes down to walk to the other stage. Tonight's surprise song was
15.
It was the 15th night of the rep tour, so you need to be that little bit extra and play 15. Why would you not?
It was my 15th show, so
And it was your 15th
I was
show.
down for it.
Show off.
You'll catch up with me eventually.
I know, I'm getting there. So that was really fun. The show sort of went on as normal. After she flew to the other B stage, she didn't fly to it, she walked to it. What am I talking about? After she performed Dress, and then when she was doing Bad Bloods, she'd have said no mashup, we started to move back towards our seats.
Can I just say as well, before I forget, because I use these videos to kind of remind myself of the night as well. And it's like, we've kind of went past it, it's maybe not that important, but Charlie saw me tonight and gave me a wave. So I really like that as well. Charlie XCS waved at me during Shake It Off. So it was just nice that they were able to like interact with fans as well and get everybody excited. And no, none of the dancers interacted with me there, but I saw the 2 ladies from the costume department who swapped Taylor's coats while she was on the B stage as well. They were stood right in front of me.
Good spot.
I know. It's like when she took her coat off, when they like swapped coats and things and put it right away into like a drawstring bag, and it was in like a tub, so nobody could touch it, and then there was like less chance of like gems falling off and things.
Yeah.
And at that point I kind of thought maybe I could like just throw my letter to Taylor in there, but I thought I probably shouldn't.
No.
That's probably not the way to do things.
You know what? You know how you do it. You go to Club Olivia, Club Meredith, you find Debbie, give her a letter, all sorted.
You need to find Debbie.
Find Debbie.
Find Debbie
Or
folks.
Audrey. If you can't find Debbie, Audrey Swift is walking about somewhere.
Or Angela.
Angela, yeah. Oh, we also forgot. So during You Belong With Me, there are little Polaroid things all over the screens that are like fan cam, and we made it onto some of them. Because they only have
You made it on.
I thought you did as well.
No, like maybe for like the first second, but then they focused on you.
Yeah.
Like fully.
I mean,
like you were on like the far right, so
have you seen my
I think
list
I maybe
would
just
have?
like waved my arm, like just like moved my arm in front of your face, like temporarily. But like I think they kind of focused and had like a bit of my shoulder or something, but it was you on there. Yes. And then when Taylor was playing 15 at the B stage, because of the way that I was standing and the shape of the stage and things, I could see Taylor, but I could also see the big screen that they have at the back of the room. So I could see kind of what was on the screen, and I could see Taylor and things. And Liam made it onto the camera again during 15, like he was doing a hand heart. And they took a certain view of Taylor where they saw like him and Taylor. And then I made it on once with my sign and my face, and several million times with my glow stick, which I was going from side to side with. At one point I wanted to check it was definitely my glow stick that I was looking at, so I did a little wave, and the one on the screen went super fast as well, and I was like, cool, that's my light stick, that's my light stick. So I was like, I see me! So yes, we'll go back to...
Go back to where we were.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had this major like, dance thing in the middle of the sound mixer area, which I'm sure
because
they impressed.
I like reunited with you, and then I saw Alex for the first time, who I haven't seen all night. Did he used to have a name like Sweeter Than Peroxide, by the way, on like Twitter or TC
I'm not
or
sure,
something?
but to be honest, it sounds about right.
Is he a Nina Nesbitt fan?
Yes.
Okay, it will be him then. Like, because I was so active on Taylor Connect, I tend to like think of everybody's usernames first
Before their actual name.
So I saw him for the first time all night. I had met him yesterday for the first time, so he kind of knew me. And then I just kind of got to them just as Blank Space was starting, so I was like to Alex, nice to meet you, how you been? Because I hadn't seen him yet, so that's the way I introduced myself to him tonight. So we kind of had a dance off to Blank Space. And then Dress, we still hung around at the B stage because Stephanie the dancer was doing like an amazing solo back there, and so many people are either paying attention to Taylor or paying attention to the main stage. Like, she just doesn't get as much recognition as she would have if she was on the same stage as Taylor, but she does such a good job with it. So we hung around, we were like shouting encouraging things at her. I actually yelled at one point, "You're doing a great job!" And like she was smiling whenever her dancing allowed her to and things. She went down a different set of stairs, so we didn't see her afterwards to kind of clap or anything. But if you're watching, Steph, you did a great job.
You did a great job.
I meant what I said, and I said what I meant when I was watching you at the B stage. Then there was like bad blood and should have said no. And by that point we'd started to move back to the A block. We found a massive walkway where we could have a dance, and nobody was really using it and things. Like the area was pretty much clear, so we were able to like really just go crazy and properly move our arms. I like went down on the floor again because I just loved dramatically falling to my knees and stuff, and it was just so much fun.
It was.
It's really good fun. And then we went back to our seats in A5 because fifth row is just an amazing place.
Exactly, especially when it's time for like the churchiness of Don't Blame Me.
Oh, so good. After Taylor done Don't Blame Me, did she then? Is that when she does like New Year's Day and Call Us What? Not Call Us What You Want. New Year's Day and Long Live. Liam knows the set list better than I do. Like I can tell you what she sang. I can't tell you the audio, but Liam's really good at that. Yes, and then after that, the piano kind of stayed longer than it usually does, and they had the back open, but it wasn't really going anywhere, and we were like, okay, something's happening.
Yeah, and then the screens lifted up as well to where the band are behind it, like they do for other parts of the show.
Yeah, so it was one of those things where something didn't seem normal, and yeah. So then Taylor was playing like the ominous music on the piano this time, since it was there already.
And she mentioned something that was like, it's like I'll play a song that you guys all know, and we're like, All Too Well. She's going to play All Too Well because it's a piano song. And then she said, I haven't ever played this before. So I'm like, babe.
Yeah, Liam said babe, and I was like,
it could have been.
It could have been babe. But I feel like it would be pretty pretentious and assumptuous to say you all know it. And I thought like all her other obvious ones are either into the set list or she's performed them before. And then I started hearing the chords that she was playing, and a song came to mind that I absolutely love, but I thought, this isn't it. She's going to play one of her own songs, obviously. But yeah, I said to Liam, it sounds like Angels by Robbie Williams. I didn't say by Robbie Williams, but I said it sounds like Angels because everybody knows this song. So I just thought, obviously you know which one. So I said it sounds like Angels, and as I said it, I thought that was a stupid thing to say out loud. It's obviously not Angels. It could be just about any song on the planet.
Exactly.
Like, when it comes to like chord patterns and things, there's so many songs that share the same chord patterns and things, but it sounded like Angels to me. And then she said, I sit and wait, which is the first line, and I freaked. I was like, I don't know what I expected her to do, but it wasn't that. It still hadn't twigged to me that this could be a special guest performance. So then Robbie Williams came out, and I was screaming and just, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Because like he came up from the front, and obviously we're used to the idea of special guests and things, but she usually introduces the special guest instead of the song.
Yeah.
Like, this time it was like, I'd like to perform a song. So I was like, oh, she must for some reason want to perform Angels in London. I would have thought Manchester myself, but okay. But it never occurred to me that Robbie Williams was going to be on the stage with her. Even after she'd sang half a verse of Angels, it still hadn't clicked that that was something that was going to happen. So I was screaming. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's... Ah! So I love Robbie, I really do. And then I remembered, like, one of my friends who passed away had that song played at the funeral. I was like, why do I know this so well? Because everyone knows Angels, but I was like knowing all the verses and things as well. And I remembered like it was like played at one of my friend's funerals, and I was like, so I went through such a range of emotions during this song. But it was amazing. That was by far my favourite special guest that I've been there for ever. After that,
it was back into The usual getaway car, call it what you want.
Yeah.
This is why we can't have nice things.
And then you kind of moved into another area to try and get some good photos and
I got
things.
some good photos during getaway car because I know that she always walks down the left catwalk for that song.
And I was kind of enjoying just the fact that she went there. That sounds so mean, but...
You had space to dance.
Yeah, like, when you have 2 chairs to, like, space yourself out between, there's more room to move and things. So that was more fun for, like, kind of moving and dancing and doing different things. So I just kind of stayed there for the rest of the night. And one of the dancers saw me at the end of the night because I was just, like, moving and shaking and things. A lot of people, like, in our area were taking photos and things and singing along but trying to video it and things at the same time, which, if that's what you want to do to enjoy the show, that's fine. It's just not how I enjoy a show. I just like to sing and dance and wave things in the air and come up with cool moves and things. So I was the only one really doing that while everybody else was, like, just trying to get a good shot and things. So I think that's maybe why I stood out to him and he was, like, waving at me. Also, like, a couple of rows in front of us, some people had, like, left and gone into other areas and things. So, like, really, although I was 5th row, it was more like I was 3rd row.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why he could see me clearly and he was, like, waving and stuff, so that was cool. I did see a bit more about how she actually gets up to the fountain, because, you know, it's one of those things where you don't pay attention for, like, 30 seconds and suddenly she's at the top of a fountain and you're like, how did that happen? So I did see that at least. Yeah, it was good fun. So that's the end of the Reputation tour for me. It's been wonderful. It's been absolutely wonderful. If anybody wants to try and convince me to come to Tokyo, it's probably not going to take much convincing, if I'm totally honest.
Sushi.
Yeah?
They have sushi.
I don't like sushi, I'm allergic to fish.
They have vegetarian sushi.
I just don't like sushi in general. Nah. Like, the Pokemon Centre was probably the way to go there.
They have Pokemon.
Yeah. They have Pokemon. Yeah. Like, it would be a very expensive trip, but I am very, very, very tempted to, like, book a show somewhere else. But at the same time, I've been to 4, so even if that's, like, half what you're going to, it's still quite a decent amount. I've still had a wonderful time and things. So maybe I should just save my money for next tour.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, it's been wonderful. It really has been. And I won't know what to do with my weekends now. Because this has been it's been a month of social happenings.
It has a lot of socialness.
And there is a lot of people I wasn't able to bump into today. Because if anybody's tried to message me, I don't know about it. I've not had messages all day. So, yeah, I'm sorry if anybody's tried to get in touch with me. And I've just, like, blanked you. It's not on purpose. It's just I probably won't have any access to my phone until tomorrow night. Yeah, so on that happy note, we should probably get ready for bed and stuff because we're going home tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm in love with this headpiece, I just have to say. It's like, I put it back, I took it off during the show because obviously people behind me don't want to see this giant feather. But I put it back on when we were going for the tube because I wanted to keep Liam close to me, and if we lost each other, it's a very easy thing. Yeah. It's like when I was trying to find him, there was like this little feather bobbing around the floor area and stuff. The security further up will probably be like, what's happening there? But yeah, like the feather just really helped, and then people on the tube kind of appreciated it as well. There's all kinds of crazy on the tube, so this whole thing just kind of added to it. Yeah. So that's that. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Yes, I hope you've enjoyed our floor talks, our post-match analysis. Analysi? I don't know what the plural of analysis is, but there we are. Yeah. I'm sure when Taylor's next on tour there'll be more videos, I hope anyway. Hopefully. If YouTube's still a thing, if I'm still a thing, if I'm still vlogging, then hopefully I'll be back. If I didn't catch you on this tour, hopefully I'll see you in the future somewhere. My friend Jodie, I've been trying to meet since 2011 and it's never happened. Actually no, it's like 2010. It's like 7 years, 8 years I've been trying to meet Jodie and it's just never happened. I never ever thought that my phone would pick today to just like scupper itself. But there we go. Yeah, sorry folks. It just wasn't meant to be today, I suppose. But yeah, hopefully we'll catch her at some point. Maybe this is just going to be an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just never going to meet Jodie, but I really hope I do, because Jodie's a sweetheart. Yes, and we had a great night. It's time for bed, so thanks very much for watching, everybody. Cheerio. Thanks again for watching, everybody. If you want to see more Taylor Swift videos, check out over here, and YouTube will suggest a video you might like over here. And don't forget to subscribe to Liam to see his channel as well, and subscribe to mine, of course, for more videos coming up soon. Thanks again, everyone. Cheerio.
Good night.
Bye.